Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. That's when we left off. We started this LP, and well, right now, we've learned that Phoenix is actually the defendant in this case. Who else would it be? So, after all these years, he's no longer an attorney, and he's in the middle of a murder investigation, and well, he's about to, give us our first testimony of this game, explaining what really happened in this card game, or the competition, shall we say. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take out interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using two decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And the customers are happy. Okay. A pianist who can't play piano? Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Very well. Is that supposed to be a jab at me, you little bastard? Defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You watched me perform cross-examinations many times, though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a refresher course in cross-examination? I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because we've been over this many times already. Simply... Well, here, we'll just say no for right now. No need to help for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered. I think you better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons? Press and present. Find any inconsistencies, any lies in testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it. Know it. Do it. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if! Phoenix Wright would never lie. It's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin a cross-examination. So, here we go. So, cross-examination, you pretty much go over the thing again, and you could, go through each part of the testimony. And for each part, you could either press for more information, which you kind of just try getting more information out of him, and that can actually that helps a lot sometimes. It reveals new information, new info, and that could really lead to figuring out what happened. Presenting is usually used when you actually find a contradiction in his statement, and a piece of evidence directly contradicts it. So you kind of present that evidence, and you'll object to it, and that'll get the game rolling. So, yep, that's pretty much all we're going to do. So right now, we're going to have to find out more information here. He said his real job is to take him to the poker table. What does that even mean? They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional, after all. Bah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What? I played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost once. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is... I'm quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once? Is that even possible? I guess so. So, the room where they play and a competition in there are sort of their main attractions. Okay, let's learn more about that. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bolt Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say, there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. Smoky room, gambling hoods. You know, just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watching through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they came to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Okay, so a little bit of history on that room. So they used 2 decks of cards. Okay, why? 2 decks of cards. A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards is red, the other blue. As I recall, in poker you would make 5-card hands. I can see how it could be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. I wonder what the hell Phoenix meant by that. This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right! It was a simple game after all! Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Well, you know, I would kind of go over that, because some people really blow their lids and will kill people. I mean, you've heard about those crazy stories about, you know, people killing over each other from MMOs like EverQuest and other games because, like, they stole my sword. I remember one story. I'm getting off topic here. Well, just ranting. Defendant, you were in the room that very moment the crime occurred. You claim no connection to the crime. Now, that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Oh God, I completely let that slip by. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. Pretty much what I explained earlier. Pressing will really, you know, work. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched a murder weapon. Okay, so that's his new statement, right? So, let's look at this bottle. Let's see here. Grape juice bottle used as the murder weapon bears the defendant Mr. Wright's prints. So, Phoenix, it sounds like, you know, you already lied there, buddy. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. Actually, I'm in the mood for some grape juice now. The bottle's completely empty. Okay, so I think that's all we're gonna get out of it. So, damn it, okay, you might have saw a glimpse of my antivirus pop-up thingamajiggy. It was an ad. Ugh. I hate it, but whatever. So yeah, this is a blatant. My God. There we go. Maybe I hope you guys didn't see that one too. Another antivirus message. Not my computer's not affected. It's just saying, oh, you know, this feature, blah blah blah. So yeah, this is a blatant contradiction to what Phoenix stated. So this is what you do when you actually find something like this. You go ahead and present it, and it leads to a contradiction. Objection! Or I mean objection. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle, right? So I said, Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Oh, God, that hair flaunt. Who the hell do you think you are? Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined a bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. That's not good. Objection! No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Oh, so that's his like embarrassed look. So kind of like Phoenix is, he's kind of do the same thing. So I guess maybe he's like, oh, object. I mean, I don't know if he did it like that, but whatever. Excess yelling can damage a judge's ears. In our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints, didn't even read that. Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? But the fingerprints on a murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there could be only one reason for that. To use it as a weapon. Yes! To brain someone with a bottle! Ugh! Oh god, I hate when Apollo makes that face. It looks weird. Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem, Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... Really? Yes. Well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? Good old diagrams. Okay. The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the very first floor of the restaurant. I see. And this is the phone that made the call? Does he still have the Steel Samurai ringtone on it? Probably not. Oh, man. I don't know why I feel I'm gonna barf, and that's not really a good sign. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he had so choose. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you no one is being more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room that night of the crime? They must have mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up until now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? I guess so. Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Oh, what the hell? Lady, what the hell's going on here? The witness will say her name and occupation or profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I surmise that she has been frightened by a defense's demonic-looking horns. So I use a little hair gel. Relax, people! Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please, come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you are sure it is okay. Yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna butcher her accent very bad. I try at least. Ahem. Now the... Wait a minute! Would the prosecution care to explain a witness's, paraphernalia? Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. I thought he was going to say professional something. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Reilly. I am employee's waitress in Borscht Boat Club restaurant. Then, why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant, but I also perform how it is said other service. I take one of these other services, taking the customer's pictures. Like for example, this one. I don't think I'm doing a Russian accent here, guys. That's the defendant. Indeed, I deny the murder. Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput. Indeed, that is the victim. Oh boy. So they did meet. Order! Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It's the same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on our laps of customers. Casually. Dude, lady, no. That's a terrible way, no. The court will casually accept this new evidence. How the hell do you do that casually? Okay. Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room. The hideout, we call it. Excuse me? The hideout? It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested. Bad guy? Really? Is that... or bad... whatever. I'm assuming it's a pun, or maybe I'm not saying it correctly. Whatever. It is room where murder took place. What? Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Photos will be numbered, and you will write which ones you want copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly, our witness. Now, of course, her name's a pun too, like O'Reilly, you know, get it? Ha ha ha. If Mr. Wright isn't a killer, that means... And very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events. Okay, so, we'll be doing that next time, guys. My god, how many... I feel like I'm not doing that much in these videos anymore. But then again, these Ace Attorney LPs take quite a while to finish. Oh boy. Well, that's what I get for being a fan of the series and wanting to LP them. Oh well. Well, in any case, guys, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys later.